Hardcore racing, a bright spot in the otherwise post-apocalyptic Flint, where we believe in three things. We're the best at what we do, we have a great deal of fun, mostly at the expense of others, and we travel with cash. And then there's Junior. He's the brightest one of the bunch. Hardcore Racing Inc. 60,000 square feet of high-tech racing reality, featuring our $1 million machine shop. We build cars, we race cars.
Well, every day I look forward to coming to work. Typical day starts at 5:30 and ends at 10 p.m. Last night I woke up at 1 a.m. totally recharged after going to bed at 10 o'clock, and I wanted to drive to work.
Starring Ronnie Duke. This Duke's a hazard. Attention all hardcore racing employees, there are donuts. Donuts in the lobby. Yes, that's right, donuts. The plan, build the car, race the car. This time, it's a 2,000 horsepower GTO. We gotta build it and go racing. Alright, well, we tricked you. It's not just donuts. Our first race of the season in Florida's coming up. We've got, parts to get in, car to build, engines to build, dyno time, Miss Hardcore contest, a lot on our plates. I would suggest the various areas, Jay, the fab shop, get ready to put the car together. Mark, where's Mark? In addition to working on the car, you got to keep the customer work moving through the shop, get your guys going, pull together, do it, cooperate, and let's make it happen.
Everybody here has a phone, right? Company phone plan? Hey, let me see your phone right now. Because Rick's going to explain to you how we use these correctly.
Well, you can call it 2 o'clock in the morning,
I've never called anybody at 2 o'clock in the morning. God, is it connected to your hip or what?
I can't have it.
When we call and you don't answer the phone, when I call, you don't need a telephone. So everybody's going to answer their phone, correct? Okay, that's the way that all works. So thank you for your participation. Next time that Mr. Penn calls you, call him right back. Thank you.
That'd be great. Well, with that, new Jason, starting in retail. Everybody give him a hand.
Hey, what is it that none of us here have on? None of us have ties. So what I do when you wear a tie to work, now take that home and don't come in dressed like that again or we're going to have a problem. Thank you for your participation.
Go get them, guys.
My wife bought me that tie. She's going to be irate.
We're standing here at Advanced Automotive Technologies, home of the Pasteiner Brain Trust. They got pencils and crayons. It's like art class here.
Hey.
Jason, how's it going?
You could get the lettering to essentially do that kind of a distortion.
Yeah, we're open to edgy.
Cool. Okay.
Let's go look at that car. The guys at Advanced Automotive Technologies are used to painting $1 million show cars for the big three. We brought them the GTO. They'll design the paint, surface the car, airbrush it, mask it, sand it, polish it. They'll put 4 gallons of clear on this son of a gun, and by the time they're done, it'll look like nothing you've ever seen. Here it is coming off the truck at our shop some 200 man-hours later, looking great. The guys will put it in position, get the front clip off it, get it up on the Pro Jacks, and start putting it together. Jason, Mark, and Brett are looking at 3 long days of final assembly on this car. They've got to touch every nut, bolt, and screw, wire the car, get the electrical components, get the chutes, get the wing, get the you name it. They got to put it on this car. At 200 miles an hour, you got no margin of error. Time to get to work. Got a red wire, black wire. And you know you're not going racing yet when your driver's where the engine goes. With more computing power than the original Apollo spacecraft, this car's got some wires on it. And sometimes you forget where they go. Heaven forbid you should have to read.
You want some paper so you can draw it out for him?
1,800 horsepower is no joke. We start with a solid block of aluminum. Our friends at LSM turn that into a cylinder block. We stuff in the pistons, the crank, the rods, and make it happen.
Now this is a drill.
Obviously, if we don't have an engine block, we can't build an engine. I mean, once everything's here, it takes a relatively short period of time to put one of these engines together from scratch with parts that have never been used. It can probably be assembled in less than a week.
Putting the fuel filter on the car is a one-man job. Unless you're trying to put it in the wrong spot, then it takes 2 very special guys.
Please quit moving it.
Well, I'm lining it up. Look here.
You know, I'm very proud of my hardcore racing team. You know, I set some pretty high standards for them. And, you know, I spend a lot of time thinking outside the box, as they do. And I've just been very fortunate to put them all together, and they help me live out my dreams.
Yeah, it'd be nice if the seat was a little bigger so we could get in here and work.
That's my job security right there.
Nobody else can fit in the seat, is that what you're thinking?
This is my job security right here. Almost works.
Sometimes you just have a daycare moment. Must be nap time in the shop. If it doesn't go this way, and it surely doesn't go that way, you might as well hit it with a hammer.
Gary said I need a horn so he can figure out where I am at all times. I brought a horn.
Coming through.
Christ,
You wanted me to get a horn. Ronnie said you can't fire me.
Ronnie's wrong. I can fire you. Meanwhile, back in the shop, things are coming together. But you know, 200-mile-an-hour race cars don't come with instructions, and sometimes you forget where parts go, which may be the case here with the fuel filter.
No super glue allowed. Hey, 200 mile an hour super glue, that might work.
You can't fix everything with a hammer. Sometimes you need a pry bar.
I'm kind of introverted, guys, and you know my psychiatrist is trying to help me. It's not working so well. You got 2 eyes. Let me see this, Junior. Oh wow, man! There's so many cool things in here I can play with. It's like being a Toys R Us kid. Eric to the podium for a salesperson cleanup. Yeah, it's coming.
I don't know what to do. I don't even know what to think.
Still on schedule, it's coming together and starting to look like a race car. And the team of highly paid professionals at Hardcore Racing will eventually find a place to put the fuel filter. You never want to pull these, but if you have to, you'll be glad you got them. These trigger the "oh shit, I'm on fire" system.
Ronnie gets a little excited every now and then and flies off the handle, but
You know, Clyde, you were supposed to be done with this thing an hour ago. So now you get to do it all over again. Now clean it up. I can't explain to anyone that's never driven a high horsepower car, but there's nothing like it. There's a lot going on in, you know, a short period of time. And just as you think that it, you know, the ride's getting started, it's over, you pull the chutes. And I look forward to doing it for a long time to come.
The elaborate ice water intercooler system is the key to 1,800 horsepower from 400 cubic inches. By recirculating ice water over the intercooler core, we're able to cool the intake charge by more than 100 degrees to about 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Tim from Synergy Composites in Canada drops off the carbon fiber for the new rear wing.
It's real good.
What do we owe you?
Pay the man.
400. 400 bucks. Let me see. Off at 400 bucks. There's one. There's two. There's three. Let's see what else.
Yeah, that's
Man, it's
right.
amazing how much you can carry in your pockets. There you go. Yeah, we're rushing.
Anytime you bring Ronnie's name up to the border, you know what I mean? I get searched. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
Now that Brett's got the carbon fiber from Synergy and the painted spill plates from AAT, he can build the new rear wing. Old Brett's an accident waiting to happen.
How'd you do that?
I go over there, he's got a rag around his finger again. I'm like, you didn't cut yourself on the bandsaw again, did you?
At least I didn't have to take him to the emergency room this time. Steve and his guys are great. They're always right on time. I love my job, just not now. You talk to him? You know, this dude's car's been done for 2 months. He gave us a down payment, it was thousands of dollars. I don't know what his story is. I'll call him. Okay. Hi, Chad. This is Gary Penn, Hardcore Racing. You know, Aaron gave me your workhorse. Says you don't want to pay for your car. What's up with that?
Well, see,
Yeah, this thing's been done for 2 months.
I'm having a little bit of a cash flow problem, kind of bankrupt.
Bankrupt?
Yeah.
You filed bankruptcy?
No, not yet.
So you're not going to pay us?
Well, I just got out of jail. My wife wants to go on vacation.
That's your final word on the deal?
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, here's what we're going to do.
I mean, you know.
I guess we're going to take your car apart and sell the parts to get our money back. We'll drop what's left in your front yard.
I don't have the money.
Go get Mark. Tell him have the guys take the car apart. You know, times are tough in Flint. Unemployment's high and sometimes people can't pay their bills, but we always get ours.
My guys can work, you know, up to 56 hours straight, you know, never leave the facility, see their homes, see their wives, see their children, their pets, you know, to push a car into a trailer to go out and knock this down.
Well, the boys are tired, but we're ready to race.
You did that. It looks a lot better than what we had on there. How you doing on everything, Mark?
Everything's going good.
You guys ready to go? Everybody's pumped for this?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I know we all been putting in a lot of hours, but hey.
All right, well, call me sometime when you got good news.
What's that
Yeah,
all about?
bye. No cylinder heads for the engine. Something to do with digitizing the ports, transferring that to the software. They machined the head, screwed it up.
That might be a
They
problem.
screwed up the digitizing, machined the heads. No heads. We're not going. They got to start over. Basically, start over.
This ain't good. It just ticks me off to no freaking end. Damn it!
It's one of the frustrating things about this business when you're dealing with things that are beyond your control.
So, you know, I feel like I've let, you know, personally, because I'm kind of in charge of this, I've let, you know, Ronnie down personally. So it's a huge disappointment and something I don't want to do again in the future.
We don't let anything get us down. We just say, hey, you know, what are we going to do to overcome this, make it better this next time, and we go to the company bar.
So with that, the gang heads to Choppers. Choppers, where you can get a Rockstar, the signature drink, pitcher, Jack and Coke for $8. The food sucks, but at least the service is bad.
This is the part where I get to have fun with the ladies and you guys get to eat your hearts out.
I think we're ready to get on with the show.
You know what? Life just got a whole lot nicer.
We're there for the annual Miss Hardcore contest to recruit beautiful young women to represent us at car shows and drag races across the country. It is Angel! Give it up! Come on, Angel! The winner of the 2006 Miss Hardcore contest is Angel! Come on up, Angel! And then there's Dustin. Boy just ain't right. This time we didn't get the heads in time to make the race, but we're going to go ahead and finish the car. The next race is just a couple weeks away. Mark's getting the engine ready to go on the dyno. This 400 cubic inch Gen 3 style small block using an F3 ProCharger supercharger can make over 2,200 horsepower. Here they're hooking up the dyno drive shaft, putting the headers on. They'll put the induction system on, including the supercharger. The 1,100 foot-pounds of torque we made today was enough to break the dyno. That's that cloud of steam. With the engine off the dyno, the guys can put it in the car. Button it up and we're ready to rip. And this is what $40,000 looks like dangling from a forklift. If only they moved this fast without the magic of television. Here it is, 200 miles per hour, waiting to happen. Here come the guys with the car onto the chassis dyno. You know, when NASCAR drivers battle it out on the banks of Daytona at 185 miles an hour, being pushed along by engines that make 750 horsepower at 8,000 RPMs, that's exciting. To go from 0 to 200 miles an hour in 6 seconds, thrown down track by 2,000 horsepower running at over 9,000 RPMs, that's an act of violence. This new engine is sure to punish the dyno.
Whenever you guys are ready, we're ready.
2,000 horsepower at 9,000 RPMs here in the dyno cell. Welcome to Hardcore Racing Inc. You know, it takes 5 computers to run this car on the chassis dyno. There's a computer that runs the chassis dyno. There's a computer that runs the computer that runs the engine. And there's a computer that runs a computer that gathers the data. It's a complex son of a gun. Seems to be working today. I guess the guys found where all the wires go. You know, it's never too late for a happy childhood, and I'm sure Jason's dreaming about the race. Dreaming about the race.
So now the hardcore Jason McNeil team out of Linden, Michigan will roll up in the right side. This is a big deal for them. Qualified number 23 at 695.
Be sure to log on to weracehardcore.com for all the hardcore racing swag. For more detailed information on this build and others, check out our website, weracehardcore.com. If you're a hardcore customer, you can watch your car getting built online with the Hardcore Build Cam. While we at Hardcore Racing believe PETA stands for People Eating Tasty Animals, no alligators were injured in the making of this television program.